This engine bay looks great. This one, however, does not. I really don't know why that one looks so much better than this one. I don't really put any effort into cleaning under the hood much. Whenever I wash this car, I'll pop the hood and wipe off any water that accumulates, maybe touch something up here and there, just to keep it clean. But I've never really cared for this one much. It came dirty. I'm going to clean this one up. First thing I'm going to do is take that hood liner off. I'm going to eventually end up replacing it with something more like this. That just looks better. That looks bad. I don't even know about the burnt spots on it. Plus where it touches areas down here, it leaves marks. All these marks are from that. So let me get that off. I wanted to get that hood liner off first because I knew it was going to drop debris down here. I'm going to end up rinsing off underneath this. But this is what your hood looks like without a hood liner on it. Parts of it are unpainted. And that looks way better than that. So after I clean up down here, I'm going to end up putting one of those hood liners on this car. Let's clean this up. Pulled the car out the garage. The first thing I'm going to do is spray it down with this cheap degreaser I found and hit it with a little brush, let it soak in for a bit, and rinse it off with the hose. So that'll be step one. Just give it a quick degreasing. Knock off all that crud back here. Cheap stuff. Let's let that soak for a bit. The directions for this degreaser doesn't say for how long to let it sit, just says don't let it dry. So let it sit for a bit. Then I'm gonna hit it with the brush. It's that time to brush. Oh, look at that. It actually came out clean right there already. That actually worked. You get the idea. Right from the start, I saw dirt coming off of parts that I was spraying with the degreaser and brushing, so it already looks better. But I gotta rinse that degreaser off now. Grab the hose. I don't want to drown the car, so I'm gonna use one of these softer settings. And just kind of rinse it off. You know what? I'm going to start the car and do that with the car running. Man, that actually does look so much better already. And all I really did was spray a little degreaser on it and rinse it off. So, I don't know how well that's showing up on camera. It's getting a little dark outside. I'm going to dry it off with a little rag, wipe it off, and then kind of let it sit with the engine and all. We'll pick back up on this tomorrow. With very minimal effort, I don't know, less than an hour, I could legitimately say this is done, but it's not good enough for me. I want it to look better. So I'm going to pull this car around to the back garage and let it sit overnight and dry, and we'll get back to it tomorrow. Whoa, it's the next day. It is cold outside. It is cold in here. But this is looking a hell of a lot better. That's just letting it sit and dry overnight. The degreaser took the sticker off from back here, but it looks better without the sticker on it. I'm going to clean that up some more. The only thing that always looks bad on our cars is this damn thing right here. This looks bad on our cars. So I'm going to take this out and I'm going to paint it. It's held in by one 10mm nut there, and you got a pump back here which feeds your windshield nozzles, and if you break one of those clips and you got the cold weather package, that's a $60 nozzle to replace. And if you have the headlight washers, my other two E46s do, if you had the headlight washers, you got a pump here. Usually these things leak from somewhere and it doesn't hold water anyway, and you have that light on your dash. You have a level sensor right down there. It just twists out, and if you take it and break the tip and twist it together, it'll turn the light off on your dash. Mine holds water right now, and I usually just keep it filled right to the level where it turns the light off on my dash. But I'm going to take this out and I'm going to paint it black. And that right there is going to make the whole thing look a lot better. That looks bad. It stands out. So let me take that out real quick. I took everything apart. Look, let me pull that out. Look, engine bay looks better without it being there. I know some of y'all put y'all turbos right there if y'all turbo the cars. But the sensor right here, this is what I was talking about. If you take this little cover off, let's see if I can do it with one hand. Nah, let me put y'all down. So yeah, I took that cover off this sensor right here, and if you take a pair of pliers and twist this together, twist it around itself, it'll turn that light off on your dash that says you don't have any windshield washer fluid if your tank doesn't hold water. Mine does, so I haven't broke this one yet, but I did on the other two E46s because that's unimportant to me. Who cares if I have windshield washer fluid? But I'm going to go ahead and give this a quick clean up, and I'm going to spray paint it black. We'll put it back in the car, and you'll see how much better the car looks like that. Don't need the high heat, it just happens to be what I have. It is legitimately too cold to spray paint outside right now. The directions say use between this temperature and that temperature. It is below that temperature, but I got it done, and look at that. I'm going to throw it right back in the car right here. Without hooking it up, you can just see that it looks a lot better. That's good looking. That brake piece stands out back there. I might just paint the top of that. Let's put this in right. Look at that. You can't tell me that don't look better. That makes a big difference. And while I was at it, went through a little tape on the side right here, because all you need to see is where it says minimum and maximum level. Covered up the right on there. I'm going to throw a little coat of paint on that. Now that looks better. I know what I did there ain't for everybody, but I didn't do it for everybody. I did it for me. And on the side right here, the only part you're looking at, you can still see the level. You can still see the fluid in there. You can still see the max level. Just the top is painted. So right here, that looks a lot better. At least to me it does. I went ahead and painted over that yellow warning on top of there because you can still read it. I think the next thing I'm going to do is remove these stickers, take a razor blade and scratch that off. This is just a warning not to get shocked. It's not even written in English. And I'm an electrician, so I don't care. That looks a lot better. Might have to get some bug and tar remover to pick up some of the adhesive that it left behind. But that looks better. Look how much those stickers stand out now on the ZHP. I might have to remove those and paint that. This looks so much better under here. I think the next step is to put that hood liner on. I bought this online. It comes packaged like that, and it just has adhesive sticky back. And there's no need for me to show y'all me installing that because I've done it once before. Well, let me slap that on real quick. See how long it takes. I just cut out a big square and stuck it on there, and I'm going to cut it where I want it to sit. I cut out some pieces right here, and that actually took me less than 10 minutes so far to put that on there. So I cut it around the edges, and I didn't necessarily do the neatest job. I could have cut it on the ground first and then put it up there, but less than 15 minutes and that's done. That is a major improvement over what it was. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this on. I know I got more of those around here somewhere. I'll find the other one later. Look at that. I used to ride around an old 325 without the covers on at all, without them bolts in, so if the car ever messed up on the side of the road, I could just pull everything out the car and change it. But look at that. The before and after on that is amazing. I spent about an hour on it yesterday, about an hour and a half today, so less than 2 hours, and it looks so much better. Painting that makes a hell of a difference. And how much them stickers stand out right there now. I have to remove those stickers and paint that. But that looks so much better. 2 hours of work.